Hello and welcome back to Florida Foodie. I'm your host, Candace Campos. Getting laid off from your job can be a struggle, but it also can be an opportunity to strike out on your own and start something new. And that's what happened with today's guests who have turned their talents towards starting their own business. They started making cookies and other baked goods along with some family meals, delivering them to customers around Orlando and popping up at Central Florida farmers markets to sell their stuff. We are joined today by Ryan McKenzie and Stevie Andujar from Table Ghost Kitchen. Welcome. Okay, so first off, I was stalking your Instagram and your cookies just look to die for. So what is it about your cookies that you could just describe to us to make our mouth water before we really get into this business?
All right,
Sell that cookie, baby.
All right, so I'm going to start with this, and this is not selling it at all. Before we started this, I did not like cookies. Like, it's just not a thing because they're always too big. They're like, and it's like intimidating, and now I feel like I have to finish this cookie.
Okay, I can see that.
Or they're too dry, and I feel like a cookie should be slightly crisp on the outside, ooey gooey in the middle.
Amen.
It should just be absolutely fantastic. And then as it ages, it's just kind of like a slight, there's like a slight firmness, and it's awesome. Our pictures have no gimmicks, right? Like, that's literally just the cookie that we just...
Literally, that's how they look.
That's how they look.
They look ooey gooey.
Yeah, they're delicious. And we also don't like, neither of us are really that big into sweets either, so we wanted cookies that were like perfectly balanced with like the salt content and the sweetness. Yeah.
It's like you guys are talking about like a child of yours, you know? He's just perfect.
It's just perfect. They're all perfect. Yeah. I look at them and I'm like, the children. They're so cute.
Well, because what happens is you watch like yourselves grow, and you watch how your product grows and evolutionizes.
Yeah,
That's the word.
Changes.
Yeah. And so you're just like, wow, it started here and now it's here. And I think we had one of the places that we sell our cookies at. They were commenting. They're like, what did they say? Like, why does Ryan always watching
I was on the phone with one of the owners, and she was like, yeah, I'm looking at Ryan right now, he's here, and you really have to admire how Ryan just admires his cookies.
It's you were watching a kid.
You were
really
looking at them and just shuffling them around, and I could just imagine you when she said that. I'm like, I already know how he looks.
Do you swaddle them and put them to bed next to you?
I know, right?
That would be a little too far. So so let's start from where it all began. What are your backgrounds? Kind of give us where you guys started.
So my name is Stevie. I went to college at Emerson College in Boston. That's where I'm from. And I went to school for film. And so after I graduated, I worked in photography a lot and editing. And when I met Ryan, I was working as a video editor and then doing photography on the side, or my own photography.
So when you guys met, you were doing videography.
Yeah, so I still do that now, and then I have my own podcast, and I'm just big into media and social media and stuff like that. So that's basically what I do. But then I've also always been interested in baking as well, not at a professional level. So when we made cookies one day and we really liked them, it just sort of snowballed from there. And then now we're at the point where we're like, okay, it has to be very precise too. Yeah. Whereas now I look at how I used to measure things and how I've had to evolve since then. And I feel like I don't even know what I was doing. For a tablespoon, I was using a kitchen tablespoon. I wasn't even using an actual tablespoon.
It's actual science.
I was this works, and it was a heaping spoonful of I don't know, flour and stuff.
And that's how it's changed over the months.
Seriously.
And so you started with fine dining, Ryan?
Yeah. All right. So I'm not as cool as Stevie. I did not go to school. So I've been in the industry for 15 years. I'm 30 now, and I worked at Tiffin's in Animal Kingdom at Disney World, and I worked at Big Fire at Universal Studios in City Walk. And when I met Stevie, I was jobless.
Pandemic.
Panorama, right? Wait, what was the question?
So when you guys met,
yeah,
were you into cookies before, in the beginning, Was this way of like, wooing her a little bit? Like, let me make you some cookies? Because how did you guys actually meet?
So we met on Hinge.
Okay.
Yeah, we met online.
Okay, but you're not together right now?
No, we're not together right now.
Okay.
No.
Although you have these babies called cookies.
Right now we're sort of like
yeah.
in a marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I wasn't into cookies at all.
Right, because you said you didn't like cookies.
I didn't like them, and they, especially like sugar cookies, no one knows what to do with them.
It's true.
They just decorate them, and they're crunchy.
Yeah,
and
they're always
horrible.
frosted and
then
super
you break
sweet.
it, and it's all over. It's like Nature Valley bars are horrible, horrible. Like
Is it like
you
they're
take a
chalky?
bite,
They
you
just,
take a bite, and it just like
crumble
crumbles
everywhere.
everywhere, and you're like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know what to do with this right now, and now
Yeah.
your mouth is dry. Anyway, sorry.
So then how did you get to cookies then?
Oh, man, that's a great question.
We literally were in Ryan's kitchen one day and we just like looked up a recipe and we're like, let's make some chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
And we did, and we were like, wait, these are really good. And then, we posted online just like as you do. Like you're just like, hey, I made this today on Instagram. And people were like, what? I want some, and like XYZ. And we were like, okay. So then we had people offering to or wanting to buy them off of us.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, cool. And then there were some people that you knew at Universal that ordered them, and we were like, okay, now we have to figure out how to package these. And we went to Walmart
and make
like
them look good.
we were like, we went to Walmart, found random packaging.
man.
We used
Saran
We didn't know. We didn't
yeah.
go to Walmart. We went to Walmarts. We went to like
We
10
went to many
Walmart. It would take like
Walmarts.
4 or 5 hours to find
Just
the
find
amount of-
packaging.
to find the right
Yeah.
packaging, and we used like cupcake
Yeah, it's like a cupcake box.
and we would just throw away the cupcake section part
Yeah.
and just use like half the pack.
Recycle it.
Yeah, that is recycling.
It was,
Yeah.
it was horrible.
So then this is you started the name Table Ghost Kitchen. So
Yeah.
what is that all about? What's the name about?
So I'm so proud of that name actually, and like just our logo. So a ghost kitchen, they're becoming more popular since like 2015, I believe. It's essentially a restaurant without seating. So we can go into our commissary kitchen and we can cook our product, and then we can venture out into the world and pop up and cater and do such things. Table, so when we were discussing like what the name would be, and by the way, this was all just like an imagination. This was just like, oh, what if we had this?
Yeah, we really
and we
didn't
called it
even
this.
think like, oh, let's start a ghost kitchen right now. We were just like, yeah, so let's start a meet.
Out of boredom.
Yeah,
I think.
Right.
Originally, we wanted it to be more like media based and not like product based, I guess. And I still want to lean towards that a lot because
Right.
that's what I'm interested in.
Right.
So more like Ryan always describes it like the tasty videos and the BuzzFeed type, like stuff like that. So I think that's what we were thinking when we were like trying to name it. We weren't like, yeah, let's make a kitchen and a restaurant right now in this moment.
Right. It was kind of
right.
just a what if, and so we were thinking of something that was simple. So you have tasty, you have products like Apple, and it's way more than that. What is Apple? Okay, what about it? Oh, they have phones. They have other such products, and then we were thinking like, oh, like Chef's Table.
Right.
And then we just landed on the word table, and we're like, that's like simple, but it's intriguing, and I don't know, I love it so much.
It's funny though because we're a ghost kitchen, meaning
man.
we don't have a physical location like you said, and we have like this huge banner, and our graphic designer Monique Pacheco, I'm shouting you out.
Shout out.
She's great, I love her, and she made all of our designs and our logos and everything, and we have our banner up, and people will walk up and be like, oh, you're called Ghost Kitchen. Like they miss the fact that it says table completely, or they'll call us Table Ghost, and I'm like, it's fine. We're just gonna lean into it.
To put it in perspective,
got to.
the
Yeah.
word table is about a
Huge.
foot wide.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, and then the ghost, and it's in like this bright orange red.
Yeah,
The
super
ghost
easy
kitchen,
to miss.
The ghost
Right?
kitchen is right beneath it in grayed out lettering, and it's about an inch wide.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, and people are like, oh, your name is Ghost Kitchen, sweet. And I'm like, no.
How about the giant orange
Table.
word in front
Maybe
of it?
they think it's like a
fine.
category. I don't know.
Maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, so we both love Halloween, and so we're like, okay, we're gonna lean into that, like
Do it.
sort of like spooky.
Yeah, we have
you called it
plans.
with gothic,
Well,
but
I
modern.
want to talk to you about something Halloween, but that's for later.
Okay.
Biggest challenge. I mean, you guys are. It feels like you guys are still pretty new. So how long have you guys really been into this project and into this business?
It's really been into it since we started, since September of last year.
It's been, a little over a year now.
Yeah. Well, happy anniversary.
Thank you. We got our business license, though, in April.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the biggest challenge, is your question? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Everything?
What's your biggest strengths? What do you think that you guys just own? Like, no one can even get close to us when it comes to this.
Oh, God, that's a good question. Striving to, really do it right.
Yeah.
Really do it right.
Yeah,
My
we don't
thing
want
is,
to, I don't know, can I swear?
Yeah, you can say
I don't want to half-ass. We don't want to half-ass anything in what we're doing. So, yeah, like you said, we're sort of perfectionists, which is good and bad. But then we want things to look right, taste right, and we also want to like what we're doing and the product itself. So we, if we like it, then we think other people will like it. So I feel like that's the perspective that we take on it.
We want to love what we're doing. That's my thing. If you are the person that's creating it and you don't love it, you've got no shot. And as a server, I'm a salesman. That's what I do.
Right.
If you ask me what the best dish on the menu is, I'm not going to tell you the thing that's the most expensive if I don't care for it. I'm going to tell you the exact reason why I love this dish. It's amazing. It has this, that, and the other. Oh my God, it makes me feel like this. And more times than not, you're going to be like, okay, I'm not even interested in that, but
you sold me.
I want to feel whatever you're feeling right
now.
We, my thing is with our food is, and we're so busy that I haven't been able to even create newer dishes.
Which is a good thing. It's a good and a bad thing, right?
Yeah,
you want to be busy.
It's a balance for sure, because it's just the two of us. So it's a lot of work, and I don't want to be. I never want to be negative on starting your own business, because it's really exciting and great. It's just this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. And then there's a whole bunch of other factors involved into it, obviously with our personal lives. And so it's we have been doing this full time since last October without having other jobs.
Right.
So, which is really amazing.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. And we have a lot of support from family and friends too. So,
which is important. I mean, before we recorded this, you guys were talking about how you had a friend on the West Coast who wanted to buy your cookies, and you figured, and you didn't realize that there's all these rules and regulations for shipping, not just food, cookies. So I mean, everything. I mean, if you think about it, within the year, you guys had to learn so much within just 12 months. So
for sure, even 2 months ago, we're wow, what we didn't know then. It was 2 months ago.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, we've done so many podcasts of mom and pop businesses starting up, and everyone says the exact same thing. So you're in the right group. You're feeling what you're supposed to be feeling, at least from
that's actually extremely comforting.
Everyone is telling me it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. So going back to that whole Halloween thing, again, while I was stalking your Instagram, you guys have your specialties, your cookies, right? I mean, are you guys venturing off? Because I've been seeing really thick waffles.
So we make these stuffed waffles, and they're
huge.
They're thick. I didn't even really realize it, because some people are like, what is that? And I'm like,
we're still used to seeing it every day.
I know, I guess that is kind of thick. So we stuff them with our cookies, and then we have different flavors of sauces on the side and stuff. So our first one was called Vampire's Breakfast, which is our black waffle stuffed with our espresso dark chocolate. I mean, no, that's not it. I'm gonna start over. Okay, stop laughing at me.
Don't mess up the recipe.
We have two different cookies with red velvet, so then I always say espresso. Anyway, okay. So our Vampire's Breakfast waffle is our black waffle, and it stuffs with our red velvet dark chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, and then it has a side of blood on the side.
Ooh.
And we always say it's for your inner vampire. At least that's what I say. And
I mean, you're supposed to sell it, so sell it.
Ryan says for the vampire, which is you. But
it turns your mouth red.
It does. It turns your mouth red.
I like it.
Yeah. It's interactive.
So my friend, we have a video of my friend Kathy, and literally she was just casually eating it, and then we looked over, and I was in shock, because I was like, oh my God, it literally
her
looked
mouth is bloody.
Like she ate somebody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She was so excited.
So I mean, are you guys thinking about expanding more than cookies, or are you going to try to just keep with things surrounding cookies.
So what we
Or
want to
stuffing
do,
cookies.
so we have this three-legged model, I guess is how you would put that.
Three-legged monster.
Right.
Yeah. I know. I thought you were gonna say monster.
Okay, we have this three-legged monster. So the first and foremost is our cookies that we sell nationwide at tableghoskitchen.com.
Don't worry, we'll have plenty of time for
I
plug.
mess with you. So first and foremost, we have our cookies that we sell nationwide. Secondly, and we've gotten that pretty much under control for the most part. Secondly is our marketing. Our markets. So going to farmers markets, flea markets, stuff like that. With that, we want to have an immersive experience. What I find when you go to these markets, and that we've been doing them now since April actually, is everyone puts up their 10 by 10 foot tent. And then they, hang up their stuff and, everything that they've created. But then they just, sit there.
Right.
And you as the consumer are supposed to be excited about it. And it's like, I don't even see you excited about it. You're just sitting there on your phone expecting to be busy. And you're not, because I'm coming to see what you have.
Right.
I'm coming to see what you have, and you're not happy about it at all. And I want to change that. Like, I want you to be able to see our tent. You have no idea who we are. You know nothing. You just see like a black tent, and you were just like, you're so intrigued. You're like, what is happening over there? I need to check it out. It was like when you were a kid and you saw Spencer's at the mall.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is this store?
Yes.
I need to go.
Random knickknacks and things.
Yeah, right. And then you get to the
colors.
back, you're like, oh my God, okay, I need to go. So we want to have our markets as well, and our markets are going to be the place that you can solely buy our savory food. Okay, and so I want to have more of a restaurant quality presentation and food, just quality at these markets. Thirdly is going to be tertiary is going to be our video content.
Right.
So like what Stevie was saying was like Try Guys or Worth It, those BuzzFeed type videos.
That you end up watching 500 videos and not realizing.
And there's not really much of that in Orlando that I see at least.
Orlando based? No.
Yeah,
Orlando
they're
based,
always like
no.
New York, LA based.
And we're tourist capital of the world.
Right.
Like, we deserve that. Yes, absolutely. We should totally have that. And so people are going to watch any kind of video. I mean, take TikTok, for instance. You can have someone literally just sitting there, and you're going to watch it, and for some reason there's 1.6 million views on it.
Right.
For this person just sitting there, and they're like, wait till the end, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing happens. You're like, I just wasted a whole minute. So if we have our film, our video, we can become personalities. And what one of the things we want to do, other than having team challenges or try this food or whatever, is to help focus in on small businesses around Orlando. That way, like on Orlando Foodie Forum, you'll see someone post about this amazing restaurant. Someone posted about this empanada restaurant, Alma, Argentina.
Yep.
Oh my God, amazing! Oh, we walked out after getting our order and then walked right back in 10 minutes later. It was so good and got double the order. It was amazing. But I want to be able to have that for our videos. So the more popular we get, the more popular they get, and vice versa.
Gotcha.
And then that way you get familiar with our faces, and then you come see us at the markets, and then we just happen to sell cookies.
I love that. No, I mean, if you think about it, that is there's a niche. There's a niche that all these bigger cities have been able to, that obviously it's all eaten up now, no pun intended, in these big cities. But Orlando, I mean, we do this podcast, this is Florida Foodie, because there's so much going on. Every day we're posting a new restaurant opening up here, whether it's small business, whether it's chain, whether it's someone famous or like a chicken guy or whatever the case may be. Right. There's so much, and it's like oozing out of Central Florida.
It really
I mean,
is.
if you think about it, that's great, because not only do you guys have a product, but then you have your faces. I mean, that's just. It's a good monster. It's a good-looking monster.
It's a lot for the two of us, because if she's not doing it, I have to do it. And if I'm not doing it, she has to do it. And then there's a lot of times where we're just not doing it.
We're like, you know what? Neither of us are doing it today.
Right.
But yeah.
It's exciting. I mean, and you guys are still so new to all of this. So you said markets. So what kind of markets can we be finding you at?
This Friday The 19th, we will be at Ivanhoe Park.
You tend to do that one a little more often.
We do. We're typically there every Friday night. They have a movie night outside.
That's right.
Shout out to Mam Events.
Yes, it's hosted by Mam Events.
Ashley
Media
and
Market.
Justin.
What is it? Is it Media and Markets? Events, I think is the MAM. Justin and Ashley, they're fantastic.
We love them.
We've been working with them since their very first event.
Wow.
So we'll be there. It starts at 6 p.m. and they are going to be playing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So we'll be there with our tent. This Saturday, the day following, we will be also at Ivanhoe Park, but not the brewery. We'll be doing a Jingle Eve. And I believe they're expecting about 7,000 people.
Nice.
And we are going to be dead center.
This will be our biggest event, right? So
I'm stoked. I
we're
can't wait.
We were just up till 4 a.m, pretty much shredding cheese last night for our
shredding cheese.
Yeah, we have our mac
apple cider
and cheese.
glaze.
I was making waffle mix. And then we were also shredding cheese because we have our mac and cheese, which is
So you guys are going to do cookies and savory. So you've already moved into the savory world.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So anytime we have the markets, we have our savory food. We're not just like hey, we have cookies and we sell cookies and the cookies are like.
But cookies really does bring people in because I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. And if they pass a cookie, forget it. We're stuck. We're stuck, you know. So I mean, having that up front, even close, like almost eye level to children, that is the best way to do things.
Did you go over the basic witch waffle?
No.
What's the basic witch waffle?
So we have another waffle. It's called the basic witch waffle.
I like the pumpkin.
All right, sell it.
It's a pumpkin waffle.
Yeah.
Stuffed with a vanilla sugar cookie, and it has pumpkin spice whipped cream on top and apple cider glaze on the side, and it's my favorite one. It tastes like the spirit of fall.
Everything is completely from scratch.
Literally,
the whipped cream and
I was making them last night, and I was making the batter last night. But the first time I ate it,
how much batter do you guys actually eat?
Oh my god, how much do we eat?
Oh, none.
I mean, every time at an event, we'll maybe have like one little piece. Maybe like a bite.
You would think as a chef or a baker that we would be like eating all the time.
Right.
It's so the opposite.
We don't even have time.
We don't even have time. Yeah, we don't have time to eat.
It's just have a bite of mac and cheese and a bite of waffle.
Right. So you really have to hone in on being like, okay, these mashed potatoes are awesome. All right, cool. This sauce is great. This chicken is awesome. All right, and then you finally have it together, and you're like, wow, that was fantastic. And then the coolest thing. That I found at like our first really big market, which was May 1st of this year, was just hearing people like walk past us and be like, "Oh my God, that's the macaroni and cheese I saw on Facebook." Oh
yes,
like, that was so.
It's so
that
cool.
was so cool because in your head you're just like, "All right, I'm gonna make this post, hit post, and then walk away and hope you get something." And you have to realize that just because you posted it and just because there's like 17 likes doesn't mean that there's not 1,000 people that saw that and was like, "Oh my God, that's awesome! I'm gonna see that," and they just didn't like it.
Right.
And you're
they
on
didn't
the other
interact.
side. Exactly. And you're on the other end being like. What, 17 likes? Are you serious?
Yes.
Like I'm better than this, or whatever. So that was really cool. And then also just hearing feedback from real people that are not related to you, are not your friend.
Right.
It's just real people that do not care, but they want to try it, and they give you like the best feedback, like the best compliments ever, and you're just like, wow, this.
Perfect.
All makes sense. And you see kids like eating your food. We have stories where like one of our regulars, Lacey, like her kid would just take our food for lunch to school. Right. And it just makes you want to cry.
That's a smart kid.
Yeah, you're just like, wow, she's eating our vegan coconut curry at elementary school.
Which is so cute.
Wow.
That's our little vegan
so
curry.
bougie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's awesome.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Don't know.
Oh, I was gonna say. One of the reasons we love doing markets too is because of that. Like, we love interacting with people, and it's really exciting. And I'm basically 100% an introvert, even though I love the people in my life and my friends and stuff. But then when I get to the market, I'm just like, my extroverted side comes out, and I'm like really excited to like talk to people and interact. And then afterwards I like collapse because I'm like, oh my God, I used all my energy. But I was like so into it because it's really exciting. And then just talking about our product because we love it so much. And then like Ryan said, seeing the reaction for the first time, it's just like, it's just so cheesy. I'm just like, it's like seeing it for the first time through new eyes or whatever.
Right.
And Ryan's always like, I wish we could experience getting this for the first time and having it for the first, because you know when you cook your own food too, like, even when you cook dinner afterwards, you're like, does this even taste good or whatever? Right. And then someone's like, it's great, because my grandma is like the best cook ever, and she's like, and we're like, are you serious?
She's always nitpicking
and I'm like, this is the best. Thank you for my life. This was the best thing I've ever eaten. But yeah, so that's why I love and Ryan loves, I'm assuming, the markets, because we love interacting.
I absolutely love the markets, and I can't wait. We have ideas, and I can't wait to see them come to fruition.
Okay, what's your favorite savory thing you've got? What's your favorite savory, and what's your favorite cookie? Doesn't have to pair.
That's such a bold question.
Favorite savory right now?
Okay, you know what? Yeah, all right. So we kind of blended the two. So our mac and cheese, it's called macaroni and wop. WAP stands for white aged Parmesan.
Yeah, everyone's like, what? Like they come up and they're like
what's WAP? Like, it's WAP.
Like, just don't Google it.
It's macaroni and a
worry about it.
So that's our most popular savory item. And then we just introduced our garlic chicken at the markets, which is our garlic mashed potatoes with roasted asparagus and pan-seared chicken. Yeah. It's awesome. It has this garlic sauce. It's like olive oil, sauteed onions, tomatoes,
Can I pack
garlic.
that for lunch?
Yeah, cilantro, some beer in there. It's fantastic. I think we ran out of mashed potatoes one time, and we were like, all right, just sell it with the mac and cheese. Just put the chicken, the asparagus on the mac and cheese. And it out of this world. Out of this world. And now we just sell that. It's awesome.
That's perfect.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And that would be my favorite. As far as cookies go, we do have a new Snickerdoodle cookie coming out, and
that one's good.
Snickerdoodle cookie for Christmas.
Everybody's been asking about that one, and I never grew up eating Snickerdoodle, so I was like, yeah. And then we made it the other day, and I was like, wait a minute, they're onto something. I'm like, this is actually really good.
I think our favorite cookie is our traditional chocolate chip cookie with walnuts or any kind of nut added to it. For some reason, just
an extra crunch.
Yeah, but like I don't know, the walnut it does something.
If you're just listening to this podcast, not watching it, you should see his eyes are rolling.
Oh yeah, I'm
talking.
I'm extremely passionate. Like this is. I'm not like doing this because I go home on the pod. Like no, this is literally how I feel. It's awesome.
Yeah, you could tell. And what's your favorite cookie?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just love the chocolate chip. I love a chocolate chip cookie, and I do like nuts too. And our vegan chocolate chip is just.
Oh yeah,
it's so good.
That and the Sprinkles Palooza, the Funfetti cookie.
Oh yeah, those are our two most popular. The Sprinkles Palooza, right?
At the stores that we sell,
yeah.
What stores do you guys sell at?
So we sell at Edge Coffee in Mount Dora. We also sell at Achilles Art Cafe on Wilshire in Metro West, and we just signed with Asia Kitchen in Castleberry, and they're having their grand reopening December 1st.
Okay.
So we'll be there to celebrate.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations, you guys.
Thanks.
I mean, this is awesome. And I mean, I know we're going to be coming back to you guys on a podcast and talking about all the extra stuff that you guys are doing, and can't wait to watch those tasty, non-tasty videos, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
the videos.
Yeah.
Where can people? One more plug. Where can people find you? Social?
You can find us at tableghostkitchen.com, and we're also on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. Our handles on Instagram and Facebook are table.tgk, and then on TikTok it's Table Ghost Kitchen.
All right, stay tuned for them. There's a lot coming out of this ghost kitchen. I love it. Table Ghost Kitchen.
Table Ghost Kitchen.
Forget the bright orange word, right?
Right.
Well, thank you guys so much. Good luck.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Florida Foodie. We'd also like to thank our guests Ryan McKenzie and Stevie Andujar. You can find out more about their business online at tableghostkitchen.com. You can also find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find Candace Campos on social media as well. She's on Twitter, just search @CandaceNews6, and on Facebook, search Candace Campos News 6. Also, a big thank you to our technical producers, Derek Mosier and Ryan Haley, and our director, Rich Burns. I'm the show's producer, Thomas Mates. Please take the time to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, or you can tell a friend about us. And you can find videos of all of our podcasts on clickorlando.com/FloridaFoodie, and be sure to sign up for the Florida Foodie newsletter while you're there.